Now our exclusive with Michelle Williams. The singer was newly engaged, hot off her performance with Destiny's Child at Coachella, when she surprised fans by checking into a mental health facility for depression this summer. We're going to speak to her live in just a moment, but first we want you to take a look at her journey. She rocketed to fame as a member of Destiny's Child. Michelle Williams, along with Kelly Rowland and, of course, Beyonce, becoming one of the most successful female groups of all time. With pop anthems like Survivor and Independent Woman. But behind the scenes, as her career soared, Michelle Williams was struggling, saying that for years she never knew what she was suffering from. And this past spring, not long after her highly anticipated reunion with Beyonce and Kelly at Coachella, Williams fell into a deep depression, leading the singer to check herself into a treatment facility. Williams releasing this Instagram post at the time, thanking fans for their support, adding, "Depression sucks, but my faith in God and my commitment to doing the work to stay well is my way out." And it is wonderful to have Michelle Williams and her fiance, Chad Johnson, both here with us this morning. Bless you for sharing the story.
Thank you.
Nobody ever really wants to talk about it, and it's so incredibly important. But first of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing much better. I am just sitting here and fighting back tears because you look back, I look back over my journey, I look back over our journey. I'm here, we're here, and I'm just thankful to be here to tell the story.
You are here together and you have a story to tell together. Were you aware of what she was going through, Chad?
You know, it's interesting, Robin, because during the whole process, I had no idea. The relationship just seemed to be slipping out of my hands, you know, and I could see us spiraling, but I had no idea that it was depression.
Well, very few knew, Michelle. I mean, I remember you were here on the show in April. We had you on remote and you were talking about the Coachella and your new candles and all that. And so when did you know something's just not right here?
I knew about the top of the year of this year that, man, I'm starting to feel low again. And I was just like, just fight it, just fight it. You've been here before, so great, I'm identifying it, just fight it. And I just didn't do enough to not get to the bottom of the pit. So for months, I was slipping and slipping and slipping. Before you know it, I was at the bottom of the pit looking up like, oh my God, am I really here again? And I suffered by myself. I didn't want to tell anybody. He didn't know until I went to the hospital. I didn't want anyone to be like, oh my gosh, here we go again. You know, I thought you were over it. You've been traveling.
So you've been dealing with the kind of feeling before, but not to this degree?
This is probably the second heavy time.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want people to be like, here we go again. I thought you were over it. I thought I was practically healed of it. You know, like, okay, you're doing the work, and then you got comfortable, like, oh, I feel good. You know, and just got really, really a dark, heavy anger, questioning my existence, but knowing I had great things, but why was I questioning, why am I here?
Is there anger that you were feeling?
Yeah, a lot of anger. And so through the process of even our marriage counseling, I had to confront what's making me so angry.
That's cool. You're not even married yet and you're going to counseling, which is a real lesson for a lot of people to know that it takes work. Even though on the surface everything looks good, how can we get past the stigma? I mean, if you have cancer, you have another illness, people talk about it and people freely accept it, but when it's something like mental illness, especially in the community, there's people put their hands up and they don't really understand, Chad. How do we get past that?
Well, I mean, Michelle has a great perspective on it because the brain is an organ as well. You know, if we have a kidney problem, we go get it checked. If we have a heart problem, we go get it checked. And it's just like, hey, you're at the doctor for, an ailment. But when it comes to the brain, for some reason, we label people as crazy and in the loony bin or whatever. And so, her boldness to be able to say it's not abnormal. A lot of people deal with it, and you can get help for it is really courageous.
And when I was in the mental health facility, Robin, I didn't see anybody that looked crazy. I didn't see anybody strapped up. I didn't see anybody doing crazy behavior like the twitching. I didn't see any of that. And literally since then, I watch my mouth. I don't call people crazy anymore. Some people literally, they just need help. And the unfortunate thing about, I was going to talk about this one day. I didn't want to have to talk about it in this manner. I didn't want to have to release a statement, but when it got kind of leaked, and it hurt my heart because I'm like, that's what keeps people from getting treatment, is because somebody might find out. I had to close my curtains. I even left the treatment facility early because I was so paranoid. I was looking at even the person serving them powdered eggs. I was like, who told it? Somebody, who was it? And one of the ladies was like, you might want to close your curtains because people have long lenses. And I was like, the sunshine that I could have coming in my room.
And you need that sunshine.
I need the sunshine. I could no longer have it because somebody just had to tell it. And it keeps people, you never know, we lost so many amazing people, whether you're in the spotlight or your loved one at home couldn't go because they were worried about, is someone on their job going to find out? You know?
Because there is an unrightfully so, a stigma attached that should not be attached to it. I know Chad was there for you. I know that you had so many there.
He was there. I actually told him when he came to visit me in the hospital, I said, babe, I will understand if you leave. I can go to bed at night knowing that you left because you were praying for a wife, but not a depressed one. You know, not somebody, but he showed me sickness and health already before marriage.
He's a good man, and he's a pastor. You guys have a new show that you're going to be able to share this. What is? Chad Loves Michelle.
Yes.
I do. And I like to say she loves me too.
That's the title. I know. But you're going to show people about the therapy, about the ongoing, and now how. I mean, because you're back on Broadway soon, and all those things. But you're doing what you need to do to get healthy.
The ongoing outpatient care is so important. It's so important. And don't get comfortable. Continue to do the work, even when you feel better. Check in. I don't care if someone that holds you accountable. How you doing today, Robin? You good? How's your head? How's your heart? You know, always have that person.
Thank you. Well, we're here for you.
Thank you
both.
Robin.
I won't ask you when the wedding is. I'm sure that's going to be on the show. Chad Loves Michelle premieres on Saturday on OWN. George.
Well, we want these for gifts, by the way. We need personalized coffee cups.
You got
you know.
George. Thank you, guys. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.